Good afternoon or good evening, whichever is the case for you. My name is Cliff Kaiser, and I'm with American University. Polarity thinking is a very powerful tool and process that you can use at the leadership level, the team level, the organization level, and even the national system level. What we do is learn a 5-step process: seeing, mapping, assessing, learning, and leveraging. 5 steps. The first step is to see these tensions as a unique, unsolvable tension. Like decentralization and centralization is not something that you can solve by choosing one of the poles as a solution. It's not sustainable to do it that way. So what we do when we are looking at a polarity is we are looking at the fact that it's not going away, and we can create leverage, which is maximizing the upside benefits of both poles by mapping it out. So the seeing and mapping steps 1 and 2, we are looking at it as different from a problem to solve. We're looking at it as a polarity to leverage. So we identify the upside benefits, we identify the downside limitations, and then we ask ourselves, how well are we leveraging and getting these upside benefits? So that's why the infinity loop here that's embedded into the visual of the map is there to remind us what we're trying to do for all of these polarity tensions that we're mapping, whether it's decentralization and centralization or some other polarity. When we are leveraging both upsides well, it contributes to a greater purpose that both of the poles in the polarity share. If we're in the downsides too long or too much, it leads to this deeper fear, which is the result of a vicious cycle. Oftentimes this happens when we treat the polarity as a problem to solve. Now, once we've gone through the seeing and mapping and assessing, we learn from that assessment, and then we can get into the work of developing action steps to get each pole and early warning signs to keep us out of the downsides. Early warning signs are early indicators that we're starting to dip down into these downsides before they happen. Last thing. The business literature is referring to these tensions in many different ways. You may have heard of some of these books. In Good to Great, Jim Collins calls polarities tensions. Charles Hampton Turner, who's known as the Dean of Dilemmas in the UK, refers to these polarity tensions as dilemmas. Other researchers refer to this phenomenon of interdependent pairs that we call polarities as competing values. The academic research refers to these tensions as paradox, and I'm proud to say we have a chapter in this 2017 Oxford Handbook of Organizational Paradox that just came out. So academia refers to this phenomenon as paradox. We call them polarities. This is the book from 1996 that Barry Johnson, my friend, colleague, and guru, he wrote this book. He's almost ready to release his next book, but for right now, this was the start of it all from the polarity side. So just wanted to give you a taste of how the researchers are referring to this, because you can use them at the leadership, you can use them at the team, you can use them at the organizational level. There's a lot of versatility and measurability. Take care.